Let's learn from the wisdom of stories because there is no other way which is more powerful and fun to learn. But before we start today's story, let's roll the music. This story is about old times in India, when most of the people lived in rural areas and villages. And each village was like a family, like a community. Everybody knew everybody, everybody shared, enjoyed things together. But one of the highlights which people looked forward to and enjoyed most was a wedding. If a wedding happened in a village, virtually the whole village was invited. And the most fun part of the wedding was the dinner, the food, which was awesome. One such instance, there was a wedding coming up in a village. And of course, almost the entire village was invited. And here was this one man who was so looking forward to it that he stopped eating in the morning. I'm not gonna eat anything. I'm gonna save my appetite for this yummy food that I get. And when it was time to go to the wedding, his wife came to him and said, I'm not feeling well. I will not be able to go, but you must go because you are so looking forward to the dinner there. And before you go, I want to give you a piece of advice that there will be a lot of yummy dishes served there and that you're going to enjoy and love. But also remember that in all the weddings, they also serve a yellow lentil soup, which you hate, and you cannot say no to it in the first instance. So my recommendation is when they serve you all the food, you finish the yellow lentil soup first so that you can enjoy the other dishes later. And the husband said, that's fine. Thanks for this tip. I'm going to remember this. So he goes to the wedding. And how it was done in old times was that people used to sit in rows and next to each other on the floor on a mat. And then the servers will come and they'll put banana leaves and banana leaf bowls in front of you in which the food will be served. And then the servers will come with a big container with a handle in the center. And this container would have several compartments and each of the compartment would have a different dish and a big serving spoon. So they'll come to one person, take one spoon of this, another of this, and give them this, and then move on to the next person, and so on. But this was not enough. There would be other servers coming behind him, looking at everybody's banana leaf, that if any dish is finished, they will, without asking, put it on a banana leaf. And the tradition was, because they respected the guests, they would just keep on serving unless you told them to stop. Whatever dish finishes, the server walking up will give you that. And now this person, the dinner is served, he looks at his food and then he looks at the yellow lentil. And he remembers his wife said that finish the yellow lentil first. So he picks up the bowl and finishes up the yellow lentil and he puts it down. And before he can take a breath, a server comes and fills up his bowl once again with the yellow lentil. And he looks at it, what am I gonna do with this? But my wife said finish it first. So he picks up the bowl and finishes it, puts it down, and before he could open his eyes, the third time the bowl is filled again. And he has 4 or 5 such bowls. And there is no one supervisor of all these servers who's watching this incident. And then he comes and says, sir, I think you only like the yellow lentils. So what we will do is, and he called the server, take all the dishes and bring him a big container of yellow lentil so that he can enjoy it fully. He doesn't have to serve it over and over again. And this is a very important lesson in our life as well, that the life has given you a buffet of good things in your life. But what we do is we keep a focus on something that we really don't like. And if we do that, this nature is like the server. Whatever my focus will be on, this nature will keep on serving me more and more and more of that. So the lesson is that if you do not like yellow lentils, do not drink that yellow lentil soup. Means the things that you don't want in your life, don't think about it, don't talk about it, and definitely not feel emotionally about it. Rather than focus on the buffet of the good things that nature has provided you. Talk about those things, feel emotionally about those things, all the things that you want to happen in your life. Thank you for listening to the story. By subscribing and sharing our exclusive content, you can join us in our mission to transform this world to become a better place to live. For more information, you can go to sanjeevshivananda.com.